Good morning. It's 7:45 and we're going live on Facebook on the Og Mandino page. Again, welcome to the Og Mandino corporate headquarters. We've been here now a month and 7 days. It's been really fun being here. I can tell you we've had more creative moments in the last 5 weeks we've had in some time. It's just great to be in such a warm and inviting environment. This building was designed by Robert McCarthy, who's just a brilliant architect. High ceilings and lots of space, just so wonderful. Watching as people are joining us this morning, thanks for jumping on board. We're going to dive right in this morning. This is scroll number 5. Now, before we go to scroll 5, I must ask, how did you do last night in taking that clay, my clay, not somebody else's clay, not something I wish were different, but my clay, and saying, I choose me? Did you have that moment? I remember the first time I did this. I don't mind telling you, I cried. It hit me at a really hard place because there were parts of my life I didn't want. There's things that had happened I didn't want. There were circumstances I didn't want. But it's interesting that when I choose me, then we can start to see the natural genius, the gifts, how we can serve, how we can become. So let's make that decision. If you didn't do it last night, do it today. I choose me. Go into the weekend with this. Now this scroll, I'll live this day as if it is my last, has been troubling for some people. Now, many will say, well, if I'm going to die today, I would certainly be doing something different. That is not what Og's asking us to do. He introduced early on agape love, a heightened level of awareness where we look upon people and circumstances and ourselves with a heightened level of awareness. He's asking us to take a look at today from a heightened level of awareness with this truth. It's today, right? 24 hours from now, it's still today. 2 weeks from now, it's still today. There's no such thing as tomorrow or yesterday. It's today. It's always today. 100 years from now, it'll still be today. So the question is, how are we going to invest today? Are we going to live in the now, or are we going to live in the future and hold this hostage to an expectation? We're going to go into the past and beat ourselves up over all the mistakes we've made and hold the present hostage to our weaknesses. No. We're going to take a new look at today. And Og says, I will seal up its container of life. I'll not let one drop spill upon the sand. I'll not spend a moment mourning yesterday's misfortunes, yesterday's aches of the heart, yesterday's defeats. So why should I throw? Great question. Why should I throw good today after bad? I love this paragraph. I want to read it to you. It talks a lot about Og. Og struggled with alcoholism for a long time in his life. He lost his first wife and his first daughter, to his alcoholism. He was estranged from his daughter for her entire life. And he writes this, can sand flow upward in the hourglass? Will the sun rise where it sets and set where it rises? Can I relive the errors of yesterday and make them and right them? No. Can I call back yesterday's wounds and make them whole? No. Can I become younger than yesterday? Oh, if that were possible, I would do it. Can I take back the evil that was spoken, the blows that were struck, the pain that was caused? Oh, does Og become vulnerable for a moment? No. Yesterday's buried forever, and I'll remember it no more. Then he takes us into the future. He makes one of the most profound statements for those of us with vivid visualization who are always going into the future to think about what's possible. He said, can I place tomorrow's gold in today's purse? And the answer is no. I can go to the future. Then I can imagine what it's going to be like after all the problems are solved and there's all the money in the bank and et cetera, right? It does not put $1 in my bank account. I can't walk into the bank and say, can I deposit this $1 million fantasy, please? No, he's inviting us to spend time where we can make the difference. Here we create the money in a real bank account with which to buy a real couch. If you want to look at it in terms of just finances, relationships, we want to have a great relationship. Today's the day. It's always today. Are we going to give the one we love sweet kisses? Are we going to hug our children? What are we going to do? Or are we going to concern myself over events which may never come to pass, or torment myself over things that may never happen? We're going to do that? No. Let's take a new look at today, because in our world, one of the great challenges is that we don't know how to use our vivid visualization. We'll talk about that next week in another scroll. But the challenge is we go into the future and we live there. We tolerate today, and we beat ourselves up for falling short of the expectation. Let's live in today. Let's create as much as we can today. Then let's celebrate. Create, celebrate, create, celebrate, create, celebrate. What a difference. Then he tells us, why have I been allowed to live an extra day when others better than I have departed? Is it that they have accomplished their purpose while mine is yet to be achieved? Is this another opportunity for me to become the man I know I can be, the person? Is there a purpose in nature? Is this my day to excel? A week ago this morning, I was at the funeral of one of my best friends, 66 years old, died way prematurely. What a great man. Lost a leg 4 years ago to diabetes, lost another 2 years ago, broke his hip a year ago, healed, broke it last Sunday before last. Been on dialysis for 3 years, lost his eyesight. Bore it with such grace, taught us all. He's on to a beautiful life. He's dancing in heaven. For me, is it my day to excel? Is it your day to excel? Have you been given this extra day to do that which has not been done? Well, life and time is nothing but a measurement of time. Here's life. And if I waste the time, I waste my life. I'm no longer going to waste my life. I'm going to make every minute count. I love this paragraph. I will avoid with fury the killers of time. Procrastination I will destroy with action. And when we do, we discover, wow, that wasn't so hard. Wow, why did I wait so long? Because we finally get to embrace our natural genius that we've been burying with self-sabotaging dialogue. So we're going to take this procrastination to destroy it with action. Doubt I will bury under faith. I'll believe that I can do this. Fear I will dismember with confidence. Where there are idle mouths, I will listen not. Consider where you go. Television, internet. Where are you spending your time? Idle mouths, I'll listen not. Idle hands, I'll linger not. Idle bodies, I will visit not. Henceforth, I know that to court idleness is to steal food, clothing, and warmth. Wow, this is hard. From those I love. I am not a thief. I'm a man of love, and today my love is my last chance to prove my love and my greatness. So let's consider where we're spending our time today. Now, I happen to believe a good nap on a Sunday afternoon is a great use of time. It's not, we can't rest. No, it's not about that. Just rest purposefully. I'll give myself permission. I'm going to sleep for an hour. Done. But idle minds, idle mouths, idle bodies. Let us not be stealing food, clothing, and warmth from those we love. We're not thieves. Now, duties of today I will fulfill today. Let's not procrastinate anymore. And let's hug our children if we have them. Let's sweet kisses to those that we love, our companions. And then he ends with this. And if this is my last, it will be my greatest monument. This day I will make the best day of my life. This day I will drink every minute to its full. I will savor its taste and give thanks. I will maketh every hour count, and every minute I will trade only for something of value. Now, so let us step back agape. Today, it's not just Friday, December 7th, because every day is today. Let us take these days, because I want you to just go like this. Just go like this. Just reach out like that and touch. That's the timeline of your life. Today. 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 It's always today. Where are we spending our time? In our mind? The future? In our mind? In the past? Lamenting past mistakes? Where are we? Let's make the decision that I'm going to live today as if it is my last. 24 hours from now, I'll live that day as if it is my last. Let's make our lives count. Scroll number 5. Now, next Monday, it's coming Monday, it'll still be today, right? We're going to take on scroll number 6, and then scroll number 7. Scroll 6, I'll be the master of my emotions. Oh my goodness, every morning we wake up in a different mood. Did you know we have absolute control over that? Oh, Aug's going to give us great wisdom on Monday from his scroll number 6 on how to master our emotions. And this weekend, if you haven't yet, take the Habit Finder assessment, habitfinder.com. It's easy to find. It takes you about 15 minutes. I mentioned yesterday, I'll mention again, we spent over $2 million in 18 years perfecting this Cantor's transfinite calculus and axiological mathematics and the presentation proprietary to the Og Mandino Group. For you to measure your habits of thinking, we want you to know what's supporting you, which ones support, which ones sabotage, so that you can begin the journey, reading the scrolls, studying these principles, applying them in your life, and make 2019 your very best year ever, starting with today. So thanks, everyone. Have a blessed day. Thanks for being a part of this. Share this out to your friends, please. There's so many in this season that are a little depressed and discouraged, and they need some hope. And this isn't fluffy hope. This is true principle applied to life to bring us joy. So share it out so everybody can participate. Let your friends know over the weekend to be back 7:45 sharp Monday morning to take on scroll 6. I'll be the master of my emotions. Thanks, everyone. God bless.